We know going to West Brom, it's going to be difficult. Second leg, it's going to be some atmosphere.
On the way, sorry to interrupt, but just to say, on the way up today, I went back and I found a podcast reflecting on the second leg, on the game there, just to go and hear what the mood was like at the time and from a fan perspective. And they said they've never known a hostile atmosphere like it. They said that it literally felt like the West Brom fans, they were deliberately creating it. The players fed off that as well. Is that what you felt?
Yeah. Just going on the bus. On the way in, there was blue and white flares being set off, banging on the bus, things being thrown at the bus, really trying to unsettle us.
Yeah. Did it?
No. We knew we had a job to do. And I know we lost 1-0 on the night, which obviously took it to extra time and penalties, but it was a pretty tight game and it wasn't a great game, to be honest, because obviously everyone knew what was on the line, and especially when the scores are level as well, it's like a final, isn't it? You're trying to get through to get through the tie. So and then it's final whistle goes. You think, extra time, here we go. Did you like extra time? Surely not
really,
as a
no.
player.
What your legs like?
You've got an extra 30 minutes to run. I'm all right. I just stand there. But for you, it must be horrible. And it's at that point, at the end of extra time, that I'm looking around their team, and you think, we've done so much research in penalties.
Yeah.
I did. I looked at everything.
Would you have done that anyway, or were you doing that deliberately for that game?
We do a lot.
Yeah.
I would do a lot of research, but me, Cuts, we went the extra mile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we watched penalties from all different games, leagues, players, League Two penalties. There had been a League Two player final, I think, the night before. Watched those penalties, just for little body shape things. And we had John Terry at the club at the time, and he was talking about Petr Cech, what he would do for penalties, and just anything to try and get a little bit of something that can help us. And I look around their team with 30 seconds of extra time to go, balls up the other end, and I'm thinking, all their penalty takers aren't on the pitch. So I've gone around
your prep.
So I've got, but I'm slightly buzzing as well.
But also,
I'm going to have players who probably aren't going to be putting their hand up for pens, having to take one.
Yeah.
So they haven't got a choice. So I look round, Jay Rodriguez, not on the pitch, their main penalty taker. Dwight Gale had been sent off the first leg, penalty taker. I think, I'm not sure if one of the Murphys were on the pitch. Chris Brunt had been sent off that game.
Oh, yes.
So their three main penalty takers weren't on the pitch, which was obviously beneficial for us. And then the moment happens, doesn't it? And it's not me. That's not who I am. I'm not someone.
I like thinking it's you, though.
I don't think it's me. You might ask someone else.
It's great, but what how did it come about?
Did I set up to stare him down?
The Holgate stare, by the way, for those who are keeping track.
No, it wasn't in my mind.
Okay.
I didn't say I'm gonna stare at you as I walk down the pitch. Right. So the story goes. So me and Cuts had done so much research that I said to Cuts, there's so much in my mind with penalties that I said, right, I'm not going to remember all of this. And you get people like now players got bottles, and it's like, well, I probably should have done that, to be fair.
That's a good idea.
But in the Lionesses game, the goalie had thrown the bottle away. Yeah. And then you're knackered, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I said to Cuts, right, if it goes to pens, you point at which way I should dive. Right, we've written it down. So I've said, right, so for Morrison's penalty, I'm going to dive this way. For Hegazi's penalty, we think he's going to go this way. We write that down. So Cuts would point. So obviously we had that slight, is it your left or my left?
No, yeah.
It's
where he stood.
Yeah, is
I'm
facing
guessing
me.
He's going to be facing you.
Yeah, so when he's going like this, so there was a little bit, I was like, no, just point whichever way I need to dive. Just keep it simple. So, so I'm walking along trying to find Cuts. I can't find him. So I'm thinking, well, there's my plan out the window already. Obviously he is going to be around because we had it planned. But I couldn't find him. So I was thinking, Holgate. In my mind, I didn't have Holgate down as taking a penalty. So I was like, we'll try and look for him. And obviously Mason's walking with me that side. So we're walking. It looks like I'm staring at him from the first second. But in all honesty, it was when he glances at me
Yeah.
to see if I'm looking at him is when I then realise he thinks I'm looking at him. So that's when I then start looking at him.
That's really sad.
Yeah. So it took that to sort of realise that he thought that was what was going on. So
He actually encouraged you to play mind games.
it did. But all along he thought I was staring at him.
Yeah.
You know. So I suppose, albeit I wasn't, it kind of had the effect that I was.
Yeah.
Look, whether or not it makes a difference or not, I know it gets talked about quite a lot. But at the end of the day, if I don't save the penalty, nothing gets talked about. So for me, the biggest part was saving the penalty.
Yeah.
You know, saving the first 2 penalties. I couldn't have asked for much more. As a goalkeeper, the pressure on the penalty takers in that moment is massive.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like Lee, if you were stepping up, knowing that the guy before you had just missed, would that ease a little bit of it, or would it just?
I think from my experience of taking penalty in a big situation, a big game, was at Wembley in the FA Cup, and I was a sub and came on, and obviously we scored first, and then I was up next, and it is a daunting thing. I think penalties and doing that walk. I think you can't think of anything else but just wanting to score.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's pressure, whether it's a moment. You know, that's the way I felt.
Yeah.
But asking you, do you look at players that are coming up and going,
He's nervous.
He's nervous.
Can you?
Yeah.
Really? What is it?
100%.
What is it? Is it just body language? Is it in their eyes? Can they not make an eye contact with you? What is it?
And their
movement. You can kind of sense, without actually being able to say it's this.
Yeah.
I can sense. You can sense
Really?
nerves. Yeah. And
Does that give you a boost then?
Yeah.
It gives you a boost personally as well.
Yeah, but that's when Emmy, for instance, will notice something and play on it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he's really good at. And, you know, that upsets and puts people out even more nervous. So, yeah, you can sense it, definitely.